Party two, at the party one. Party two, like the party one. I go be the
Baby, nashi, what it bring, party two, what it party one.
party two, like the party one. I go be the change your catwalk and change your life, girl.
Open and close like a laptop. Open and close like a laptop. Nicarara. Go, 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 go.
I know go like your body crazy. When you let it go, anytime you want, I can come through. I go tell my guys, them I know they come soon. What kind of music? Make my eye too. Let me get, but now you I want to. Baby, this is a shit up.
But
Party two, at the party one. Party two, like the party one. I go be the change your catwalk and change your life, girl. Every day, like to enjoy.
open and close like a laptop. Nicarara. Yo, baby, give me slow motion.
Everything is allowed. Baby say everything is allowed. Me I say, Ricky baby, now man. Let me say, let me go buy for one.
Make Yes, so wagwang, beautiful people. How are you doing? Karibuni sana to another episode of the African Diary Show. My name is Katie. To everybody who is just joining us for the first time, and to the Black Hot Fire Network and network listeners, Karibuni sana once again, and I hope we're going to enjoy this amazing show. Today, I decided we talk about something positive. We've been talking about negative things a lot, so today we're gonna talk about something different. So karibuni sana to everybody who is listening to us via the radio station as well. Karibuni sana. I hope you feel at home, and also I hope you feel free enough to get to interact with me. Do let me know, how is your day getting started? How is your day coming along? And also, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling today on this 10th day of May? Karibuni sana once again. Do get to interact with us, and do remember, we are live and interactive on our media handles. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere at Black Hot Fire Network. Yes, that is where you get to interact with me. To all those who are joining me via YouTube, also get to interact with me. Niambie, how is your day coming along? How are you feeling today? And also, how is the weather on your side? We are at 22 degrees Celsius. That is 70 is it 70 4 point something degrees Fahrenheit? I'm not sure about that, but I'll get to confirm for you. But I see also it is 10 minutes to 3 p.m. right here in Nairobi. And I feel like we always running out of time. I don't know what is wrong with this year. I feel like it is going too fast. Even the time, it's like it is speeding. I don't know why it is going. I feel like we are running out of time. But anyway, you can get to interact with me and tell me, do you feel like this year is going too fast, or rather the time is going too fast? I feel like yes, we are moving so quick, and it is not lovely, sometimes. Or as per me, I hate aging. I hate, like, with all my heart. There's something that I fear with all my heart, my body, my soul. It is becoming old. I fear becoming old. I fear aging. So when I see time moving this quick, I'm getting afraid. I'm beginning to get worried about now time moving very fast. But anyway, you can tell me if I'm the only person who is afraid of aging. If you also do the same, also you can tell me, are you afraid of time moving really fast? Because but I said, to all those who fear time moving really fast, they feel like they are running out of time, and they fear aging as well. Because for me, I don't love it. I don't at all, at all, at all. I fear aging. I fear that. I fear becoming old. That is one of the things I fear with all my heart, my soul, and my body. I fear aging. But you can let me know, do you fear aging? Do you fear running out of time, or rather, do you fear when you feel like time is going really fast? Get to interact with me. But we're going back to the music. We started off the show with an amazing jam done by Ricardo Banks, and the jam was Aurora. We're going back to the music. This is NSG. The jam is Trust Issues. I hope you get to jam onto them. And also, as we come back, we're coming back with the quote of the day, or rather wise words of the day, or rather some African proverb. So if you have something to share with us, please make sure you feel generous enough to share it with us. Karibuni sana once again. Do get to interact with me. Do remember, this is the African Diary Show, and today we are talking about something very positive. So keep it interactive, keep it 100, keep it, yes, keep it the Black Hot Fire Network, Yes.
I don't trust anybody, don't even trust myself. I was out here, I would even rub myself if I could. That much I need drunk yourself. Try it, but we still out sharing them. Once it on our minds as well. You said, hey, you want more around. I can't for your vibe as well. Just cause you got damage and bells. We can take it back. We still look it in the dark, yeah. You know nothing about that. Mr. CEO, business man. Cause he come, all this girl want to know. I'm a drop home, you know the money I feel. They think I'm bougie now. I used to wear a play, but I'm now pulling up in the whole fight. With the goonies though, everything show. Shut down the show, hey girl, want to put down the show. That's champagne that has to go. Just froze on and say I'm cold. I never saw the back when I was alone. God's plans in me now. I don't trust anybody, don't even trust myself.
My quote of the day, or rather my African proverb of the day, says that sugar cane is sweetest at its joints. And this simply means that good and sweet things of life may appear difficult to achieve, but in the end, it is worth it. So that is very true.
I was out here, I would even rub myself about that much I need drunk yourself. Try it, but we still are sharing them. Once it on our minds as well. You said, hey, I don't know about it. I can't for your vibe as well. Just cause you got damage and bells. Last night I was at the bar.
Yes, and without wasting much of your time, let's get to the conversation of the day. Today, I want us to talk about some of the ways we can do digital farming. And I've seen so many youths coming up with this. And there was a time, actually, we talked about this. We talked about technology. We talked about digital farming. Right now, there are ways of digital farming. There are ways of digital marketing. And I want us to talk about this because because I've seen so many African brothers who come from maybe America, or the African America people. When they come to Africa, they want to do farming, but they are not able to do farming because they feel like now they are farming is becoming very tough. Farming is becoming very expensive. Farming is becoming something that they are not able to do because in their countries, or rather where they have grown up, they have not seen such things happening. They have not seen real food growing, and this is why I have you and I got you. And there's these videos I'd love to share with you, and I hope you learn from this, because that is the aim of the show. It is to teach you, because I know most of my audience, they are African American, and this is why I decided today we learn about something to do with the digital farming, something to do with the digital marketing, because at the end of the day, you are the most people who are not able to do these things. Also, we have Africans who are not able to do this. We have people in Kenya right now who are struggling with the farming just because they are struggling to find a big land to farm, and you only require a small space to start farming, and also profitable farming. And sometimes you're not supposed to buy some things that you can grow at your home, at your kitchen garden. And when I talk about a kitchen garden is supposed to be a small garden. It is not a big farm. You're not supposed to have that big farm for you to start farming. When I talk about a kitchen garden, it's where you're supposed to grow your tomatoes, your onions, maybe your sukuma wiki. When I talk about sukuma wiki, we call sukuma wiki in Swahili, or rather sukuma wiki is a Swahili name for kills. And also you can farm your spinach. But let's get to watch these videos. I hope you learn something, a thing or two from them, because at the end of the day, that is the goal of the show, and also that is the aim of the show. And I chose something simple, because also Kamlesh is already in the building, and we have to go for an hour so that we can finish with the show. So I just chose something that is simple, something that will not take us a long time to discuss, but I hope you get to learn something from this. So I want us to start with farming on the land. We can go also to poultry farming later as we continue with our show for today. And to everybody who is just joining me, please get to interact with me. Tell me, what are the ways of farming do you know? What are the ways of farming have you tried, and have they thrived? There are better ways of farming. While we have now the government trying to push people to do farming with the GMO, the government is even trying to control people's farm, and to make sure that they monitor whatever they are growing. But you can farm even at your own small space. So this is the aim of the show. The goal of the show is to make sure that now I educate people on different ways of digital farming, because we have different ways of farming. You can have a big land and you're not able to farm because you don't have the right knowledge. You can have a small piece of farm and you're farming, you're doing a lot of farming, you're doing a lot of great things because you are able to monitor, you have the right knowledge of farming. But anyway, let's get to our video, and also hope you get to interact with me and let me know what you feel about this. And also, do you think that it is beneficial to you? Do you think that you're learning something new? Do you think that now this show is of benefit to you and to everybody who is going to watch it on replay? There's a time we did this, and I remember there was a time we did this, but I didn't show you now so many details about it. I remember I showed you my YouTube channel where I saw we were seeing my brother did all this digital farming, but ours was very small. It was on a small scale because his products are just for their consumption at home. But right now we're seeing a small, or rather a young man who has invented, or rather who has invested his money in farming, and actually this farming is profiting him because he's farming bananas, he's farming all types of fruits, he's farming vegetables, and he's making a living out of this. But anyway, let's get to see this. I hope this guy is not talking in Kikuyu because he's a Kikuyu. I know him. And
there is no nini
okay, Kikuyu. Let me just look for a different video, okay? Let me look for a different video as we get to start with our show for today. But also, let me just start with this one for poultry farming, because this guy is talking in Kikuyu and so many of you won't understand what he's saying. Even if I try to elaborate, I won't be able to elaborate everything. But I see General Mosquito, you're saying, hi to you. You're saying, I just jumped on. I haven't learned anything yet. Lol. General Mosquito, you're crazy. We just got in here. What do you mean you haven't learned anything? But anyway, let's get to this one. This is talking about poultry farming, and we shall get to see how people are doing their farming, how people are starting to do farming with very little space.
Hi, my name is Steve Kamwamu. I'm the founder of Kamsa Poultry. Did you know that birds produce more than 300 sounds to communicate? For instance, when they are scared, they produce a different sound from when they are being fed. At Kamsa Poultry, we produce eggs, and this is my story. I started poultry farming in 2015. Grew out of interest to produce nutritious foods for our body, and also the need to be a producer or be a business person. So I used to work for a milling company producing maize flour and wheat flour. Then I started it as a side hustle. A year later, I realized that the business needed more of my attention for it to move to the next level. So I resigned in 2015 to fully concentrate on the farm. While I was starting, I was a naive farmer, just like most farmers. So I went around buying young chicks from neighbors. I bought about 20, which most of them in 4 months had died. I remained with only 3. So through the journey of raising these 20, that's when I came to know about commercial hatcheries that incubate and hatch eggs, different kind of breeds of different chains. So from there, I moved on.
And the best thing with rearing poultry, or rather chicken, not necessarily chicken, you can just start with us with a few chicks, like 50 chicks. You know, even if they are going to die, like 10 of them, you'll have 40 of them left, right? And maybe you got one at 25 shillings, Kenyan shillings. And let's say, for instance, you know, when they grow, imagine this chick, you will have to feed it for like broilers. I've seen them being fed for only 3 weeks, or rather 1 month. They are fully mature and they are ready to be eaten and be sold. So the moment you start now farming broiler, or rather even these layers chicken, you can maintain them. They start laying eggs, I think, at 6 weeks. So you will feed them for 6 weeks, and then they start layering eggs. And the moment now they start giving you eggs, maybe this egg, right now eggs are very expensive right here in the 254. I don't know if it is only right here in Kenya, but right now we have eggs becoming very expensive. And I get what I get from this. It means that also the chicken feeds are very expensive. So it means that now if you're selling one egg at 15 Kenyan shillings, and maybe you have 40 chicken, Imagine you have 40 chicken, and every chicken is a laying an egg every day. Imagine how much would you be making every day. Let's talk about every day. That is 600 Kenyan shillings. That is only a day. And 600, imagine 600 now times 30. That is 18,000. Imagine, that is a lot of profit. Compared now, you're going to buy maybe food for this chicken, maybe for you will not use more than 5,000. That is a good profit. Farming chicken is, or rather farming poultry, not only chicken. We have other poultry farming, like you can farm goose, you can farm turkey, and turkey are very expensive. Even their meat is very expensive, especially here in Africa. Their meat is very expensive. But what I'm trying to show you is that now you don't require a big space to start farming, because even this farmer, he started from somewhere, and I've realized even we have now the biggest poultry farmers right here in Kenya. I remember this guy was giving out his story. He said he started with the 5 chicken, but sometimes these stories are lies, so that they can show you how their business has been successful. But what I'm trying to say is, I've seen even people like when I was young, when I was maybe when I was in primary school, my dad used to rear chicken, and he could get a good profit. But sometimes there are diseases that comes and sweep away your poultry. But that doesn't mean that it is a very bad business. Farming is the best thing to do. Imagine you have your own space, you're farming at your own pace, you're farming at your own place and space, and nobody is asking you for maybe to pay for this, because you have your own water at home. Maybe you're just paying for water bills to maybe to feed this chicken. You're buying their food. You're just farming at your own space, and also nobody, like, you don't require anybody to pay, because picking eggs is not, it's not a heavy thing. Like, it's not some sort of work that you can't do and go to work. Chicken, by the way, you can keep chicken and still have another job. It's just like a side hustle. So in case you're trying to start farming, you can look for better things to farm. There are things that now require your attention. For instance, when you have a cow, you must not be a traveler. Even chicken, you must not be a traveler. You must not be traveling for long distances, because in the morning your cow will be required to be milked. You need to feed it. In the evening, you need to feed your animals regularly, you see. So you can decide maybe to do animal farming, maybe cattle farming. You can do goat farming, you can do poultry farming. And if you feel like now this is occupying too much space, or it is taking too much of your time, you can decide now to go to the farms and start farming now. Things like skuma wiki, cabbage. We have all types of vegetables. You can farm carrots, you can farm coriander, you can farm everything you want at your space and at your pace. But these things don't require a lot of attention. These are things that you just leave them and you let them to grow. Just to watch them for you you it is very simple to farm on the shamba than poultry farming, or rather animal farming. This is what I feel like. But as we continue, keep on sharing your thoughts. I'm just trying to show you different types of farming, different ways of farming, and also how you can do simple farming without now consuming much of your time. You can also be involved in other businesses while you're doing farming.
About 100-day-old chicks can be improved. Did pretty well. I ended up with about 35 hens, which I put in a cage, and they produced eggs. From the production of eggs, that's where my interest began growing. That's where I knew that it is something that I can love. So I increased that number to 300, further to 500. And in 2018, when I looked back, through my records, I realized that eggs was consistent. The sales it was predictable, and it had very few variables. Selling of chicken had so many variables, especially the Kenyeji chicken that I was selling. You find that during festivities, along holidays, that's December, Christmas, cultural ceremonies around August, sales used to go up. But around January, February, sales were quite low. So that variability was not good for a young business. So I shifted my model and tried to concentrate on 2018, I moved from Kenyeji birds to hybrid layers and scaled that up to about 15 birds. From there, I have been scaling more and more the production of eggs until currently in 2020, I put up a unit for 5,000 laying birds. We produce about 145 trays of eggs daily. When I was starting off, I started off by doing the deep litter system. Deep litter system, basically you have a unit, you put wood shavings on the floor, and the birds are free to roam within that unit.
That is what most people do. If you don't have space, by the way, you can do that. And I've seen you just build a small space. You don't require all this space. You just have to put up a small place, a small house for your chicken, and then you put up now a place where they shall be laying their eggs. And I think that is the cheapest way of starting farming, starting now poultry farming, because you just let them be free in the house, in their house. If they want to jump, if they want to fly all over, but now they have a space where they lay their eggs, and then you go and pick them. You know, it is very simple how to start farming.
It was a bit tedious. It involved a lot of manpower, and it had a lot of wastages. There was spillages of drinking water, there was spillages of feeds, and even when the birds are laying, some eggs got lost inside the wood shavings. Some eggs are damaged by the birds, either through pecking or stepping on them. And a lot of the eggs were dirty because of the bird droppings. Those were the main challenges. And through my journey, as I kept learning more, I came to realize that there are better technologies that are more efficient. That's when I was introduced to the cages. So find that the cages, the birds are confined, and there is very little scratching of the feeds. So little of the feed gets wasted.
Keith, I see you're saying, you're asking, then ask Joby, why aren't we doing this yet, Katie? I don't know why we're not doing this yet, but it is very efficient. This is one of the biggest way to earn, like, this is one of the best way and easiest way to earn income, because right now, a tray of eggs is going for 450. Actually, it is 500 Kenyan shillings. That is $50. Yes, that is $50. Imagine, and not $50, $5. Okay, that is $5. I'm sorry. So what I'm saying is that is very expensive. And imagine now if you're the one rearing this chicken, or rather rearing these birds, how much would you be making? We can there was a time I saw so many people rearing quail birds. Do you remember, or do you know quail birds? We had that pressure, we had that wave where we had so many people rearing quail birds. They had a big market, so many people were interested, and I saw how that business was going, and it was not bad. Imagine that small egg was going for 20 shillings, 20 Kenyan shillings. Imagine, and it is a small egg like this, a tiny egg. You can't even take 5 for you to be full. You can even take a whole tray to be full. But imagine, but I don't know why so many people feel like farming is a dirty work. But if there was something I was to concentrate on doing, I'd do that. Yes, kid, the quails are very delicious. I've eaten them, I've eaten their eggs, and the best thing with their eggs, you eat them with their hatch. You eat with the hatch, and they are very sweet. I love quails very much. But right now, I don't know if we still have people farming quails in Kenya. It was a wave where everybody wanted to venture in that business. I saw my aunties doing that, and there was a time now the market got bad, and they had even to fly their birds because they were tired of feeding them, and they are not making any profit.
Instead, and
But as we continue, I don't want us to continue with this video. At least we've seen that is chicken farming. We also have different types of farming. We also have different animals to farm, and not only birds that are profitable. We also have things like goats. We have cattle. We have pigs. By the way, if you don't know, I'm not telling you that pigs are good animals or bad animals. I feel like they are good animals. Swines are very good animals, but also, and that they are very profitable. I'm not telling you to consume that shit. And Keith told me they are full of worms, and someone will be against me when I tell people to eat pork. But there are so many people who love pork out here. So imagine if you ventured into pig farming. Imagine if you ventured into pig farming. I've seen this, and I've seen people doing this. Actually, at our home, we have my uncle who is rearing pigs. And the best thing with the pigs, you don't even require to buy them food. You just go to the market, collect mangoes that are bad, rotten mangoes, correct rotten potatoes, correct, like you collect rotten, like everything. Pigs eat everything. That is another thing to be farming. Pigs eat everything. They eat anything they come along. Let me share this video, and then we continue with our show for today. Where has it gone? I wonder where I pressed. It's like, okay, a minute. I'm looking for that. I lost that video. I pressed something wrong, but anyway, let me just look for it real quick. So I was saying, we also have different animals to farm. For instance, pigs. Pigs eat everything, and this is what I was telling you. Even food leftovers, pigs will eat. Pigs will eat. Pigs eat everything. Even leave your clothes there, they will eat them. So if you don't now start shit like this, it is. Let me show you this one. Let me just show you a simple one. Let me show you how people are doing it very nicely. And okay. My internet is very low. I don't know what is happening. Actually, pigs are the easiest things to farm. like animals to farm. I just call them things, but no, pigs are the easiest animals to farm. You know, these pigs, the only thing you require to do for them is cleaning the shed, or rather their house. But once you've done that, it is, imagine, it's simple. Pig farming, it is very simple. You know, pigs eat everything, kid. You'll go to the market, you collect rotten bananas, rotten everything. They will eat everything. You even don't have to like buy food for them, but you can now for you can deworm them, you know, for them to be healthy and everything.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, you are most welcome. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and also turn on your notification bells not to miss out on any videos on this channel. And of course, to all our returning subscribers, you guys are most welcome. Thank you so much for supporting BNT and of course Value Farm. So today we are still at the farm. As I promised you guys always give us questions, you guys ask for guidance, and of course one of the major questions that most of you requested was about the cost of building this penster, the pig penster. So we are definitely going to share with you what we used, and of course the rough cost of building such a building, and also giving you maybe an idea, maybe getting a better structure. That's what I should really say. But this is what we have today that we are going to showcase on this channel. So of course I have Mr. Charles to help me as well explain how the pencer was constructed, what we use, so that we can be able to give you an idea of how your pigsty can look like, or how you can improve it if you already have something like this already. So basically this is a temporary structure, like I told you guys already, a temporary that you, if you're a beginner, if you're starting your pig farm, this is something that you can maybe start with if you don't have maybe enough finances, something. But I have to tell us about concerning the channel.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Good afternoon, viewers. I know you want to know how much money you can put aside to build such
a, yeah.
But the problem with the farmers, which I've already known from many corners, they don't know what to do.
Why?
Because if you construct such a thing, ask yourself, what? You know, for many people just say for pigs.
For pigs, yeah.
No, that's not the answer. You get 0 out of 100.
Okay.
Yeah, because they are pigs. I don't mean breeds, but types. There is boar,
Okay.
there is saw, gilt,
Okay.
there is winner, there is finisher, there is grower.
Okay.
Now, there is even fattener. What do you want to keep?
What do you want to keep?
Yeah. Do you want to keep piglets? Because if you want to keep piglets, costs are different.
Of course.
You want to pick boar?
The costs are different.
Yeah, even the construction.
Okay.
Because now, for example, the boar needs at least 10 feet by 8.
Okay.
Period.
10 by 8.
Yeah. A pregnant saw needs 10 by 8.
Okay.
Then piglets to make winner from 1 month to
4 months.
no 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those need 10 by 10.
Okay.
Then finisher need 10 by 10. Pregnant 8 by 10 by 8.
Okay.
Then these ones, the growers 10 by 10.
10 by 10.
So it depends to exactly what
you really want
and how many you are going to keep there. You don't just dump there as if you are dumping garbage at a certain place.
Okay.
No. For example, the boar has to be alone.
It has to be alone.
Alone. Single. What we would call even single room.
Single
for
room.
them.
Okay.
The boss should be there alone.
Yeah.
Then the pregnant one, for sure, alone.
Yeah.
That's why you see the boar and the pregnant one need 10 by 8.
10 by 8.
That's enough for them. Then the winners need 10 by 10. Winners should be there at least between between 8 to 10.
Okay.
Only that. Piglets.
Okay.
10 by 10
By 10.
feet needs 8 to 10 piglets.
Wow.
Only. More.
You're wasting time.
Exactly.
You're
So before you
over-congesting
you
them.
construct all these, they are going to see here. You have to calculate first, and then others.
Yeah.
Now, if they are finisher,
They are really big.
yes, they should be 3 to 4 in 10 by 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, if this one is 30, let me say if it is 30 feet by 10,
Okay.
I think by simple calculation, only 15
can be able to fit in
exactly.
here. Can we get inside so that they can have an idea?
Yeah, we can enter.
Okay. Hello.
So now
Okay.
we imagine that this room is 10 feet here
10 feet
and 30 feet.
The length.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if it is 30 feet, that means because I say these finisher, they should be 3 to 4.
Yes.
So which means here we have to keep only 12.
12 of them.
12 of them. Now you see these are 7.
Yeah.
So we need only 5 more.
5 more.
Period.
To be here.
Exactly. Period.
Okay.
No, not more.
Okay.
They can be less, but not more.
Not more than the 12.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, for example, if the same room, if they were these growers, growers, we need at least this.
What's happening?
7.
Okay.
So here we can have only 21 maximum growers.
Okay.
Yes. Now, if they are piglets, piglets, I said they are 1 month to 3 months.
2 3 months.
Here we can have only 30 piglets
in such a penster.
Exactly.
Okay.
But if it is 10 by 30.
10 by 30.
Exactly.
Wow.
So we shall only have 30 piglets.
Okay.
For finisher, we have only 12.
Okay.
For these ones, for the growers, we can have at least maximum 21.
21. Exactly. Because these are uniform, we have like 3 partitions here. Yeah. So for the finishers, you say 12 can fit here. Then for the growers, around 21.
And the piglets,
30. Like 30
because
of
for
them,
they are still small.
It's a little bit smaller.
Small,
yeah.
Exactly. And what they have to know also, piglets, 1 month to 3. Those are piglets.
Okay.
Let them remember that. From 3 months to 7 months, those are growers. From 8 months to 12 months, those are finishers. From 12 months onwards, actually, those are fatteners.
Wow.
Which can even hardly pass there.
Okay. That is so amazing.
So
Mr.
now,
let's talk about what is in this penster.
So now this one, for example, if we start with these traps for food traps, these are made with concrete. There are no bricks inside.
Yeah.
Concrete.
This is really so hard.
Yes. Why do we use concrete? These friends of mine are so terrible.
That's so terrible.
They can crush each and everything.
I know.
My friend. You want to crush everything? Hello, my dear friend.
He wants to be tapped.
You see? So they have to be concrete, and we made 4 of them.
Yeah, we made
so much so that the sharing of feeds can be easy for them, not to fight.
So 3 pigs can be able to fit into this.
And as you see, all of them are expecting. So they don't need to knock each other. Otherwise, they can abort.
Lol, that is the funniest thing about today.
So spacing also, it's because of convenience.
Exactly.
Wow.
Okay.
And now these, you see,
we have the drinkers.
Pigs do abort. I didn't know about that, but anyway, they cannot abort. They can miscarry.
Yeah.
Now These are traps, traps which we built here for
water,
trapping water. You know, once it is trying to drink, this water splashes down,
around,
and then we don't want to wet this IMO. Yes. So, but what we do, because we did it in a simple way, otherwise there we are going to do it, should be a trench.
Yes,
whereby this water goes out.
True.
Yeah, but now we keep on drawing it.
Just getting it out.
Exactly. Now and then whenever it gets full.
Yeah.
So we had to, you can put as many nipples as possible to make them drink freely.
Freely, not to fight.
Because if you put in one nipple, only just one nipple, then they can fight for water.
For water, that is so true.
And they should not fight, because whenever they fight, they lose weight.
Yeah, someone was also asking me about like the measurements of this trap for the drinking. Yeah. But it just depends, isn't it? Like that. Yeah, it depends on how
even you can
much water you want to trap. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller.
Yeah. So you can really make it rectangular, you can make it oval. The way you want.
The way you really want it, as long as the water does not go down to spoil the IMO.
For sure.
Yes. Then for those for the food traps, still the same thing. You just make something that is going to be that is going to be enough for the pigs to feed in, not to fight.
Yeah, not to fight, to feed well. Period. But it has to be as strong as a rock.
That is so true.
Otherwise, they are so strong.
They are really so strong. They
destroy anything, any structure. They can destroy any structure.
Yeah.
If you are not careful. For example, if they see cement, then you've done for nothing.
Exactly. Then let's talk about like the water source. Most people were asked about
anyway, what I'm trying to say, or what we're saying, or what now this man is going to explain later. And I think we shall not finish with the video because Joby is on my neck very bad, and she's the one who extended her show. But anyway, what I'm saying is it doesn't cost you a lot to construct this, because you see, this is iron sheet, these are timber, or rather wood. You know, it is not expensive for you to find this type of wood. It is very cheap to construct something like this. It is very cheap. But also I have this one for goat farming. Why is this? Okay, I have this one for goat farming. I want us to look at it real quick as we continue with our show for today, or rather as we're getting closer to winding up. You know, Kamlesh got here before I started my show. But for you to start farming, what I'm trying to mean is that you don't require that huge space, be it crops, be it animals, be it what type of farming you want to do. You don't require that huge space. Don't say that I'm not starting to farm, or rather I'm not becoming a farmer because I don't have a space. I told you, farming starts with even 2 chicken. Farming starts with even 2 birds. Farming starts with even 1 goat. And that is how now you start a generation of farming. You know, like you start now with the 1 goat. When it gets pregnant, you have like 2 goats, and you keep on now adding. You see, like you keep on increasing the number of your animals every day, and that's how you become a farmer.
Value Farm family, welcome back to episode of The Farm. If you're new here, you are most welcome. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and also turn your notification bells on not to miss out on any videos on this channel. And of course, to all our returning subscribers, thank you so much. You guys are gems. We really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for loving Value Farm. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for being part of the family. Yes, we are back at the farm, and it's really so beautiful being at the farm, seeing whatever is happening, seeing the progress of the farm, and also being part of every activity that is really happening at the farm. So we are here at this beautiful modern raised goat house. As you can see, I know most of you have seen this house before, but what I can really tell you guys, it is really worth the investment that we put in here, because the goats are doing well, the kids are doing perfect, everything is just doing amazing. So today, one highlight that I really wanted to update you guys on was about the kids. We have very amazing kids here. And beauty is we try to really separate them, guys. We separate the kids from the mothers, because whenever the mothers are going to feed later on, they remain behind. And we also let them, you know, be on their own. They also play with one another. They play with the other kids. Then they also go outside and sing, guys, so that you can also see how they look like, how the crosses look like, how the boas can get a difference. So any farmer out there, in case you really want to start a goat farm, you're inspired and you're just wondering which breed should I go with, let's come and check out this so that you can see what is really happening, so that you can pick an idea, guys. How are you? So, here, this is the guy. He's now 1 week old, 1 week and about 2 days. See how big it is. So whenever you're investing in goats, whenever you're going to buy your goats, whenever you want to start a breeding program, then you're going to trust like the boas, the savannas. So this one, as you can see, it is so heavy. Guys, this is going to be another king in the palace. This is just 1 week and 2 or 3 days old, to be sure. This big guy here, you can see. Guys, it's so heavy. Whew. So you can really see, this is like a pure boa that we have here. Then we also have a newly born baby this morning that was born. It's also so huge. Let me show you guys. Let me pick it up. It's right here. It's a female. This one here was born this morning, guys. Guys, what do you think
like
about
a rabbit?
Do you know the joy of a farmer getting the best breeds, getting the quality breeds? This is what it means. So this one here, you see they're really climbing. The kids are really so friendly. This is going to be a huge one, and it's a female. I'm so excited. I'm so happy with the investment. I'm really so happy with what breeds that we brought to the farm, because it's really worth it. So if you're a farmer out there, if you're a beginner, if you're starting your farm and you wanted to start, please mind about the breeds that you are going to stock at your farm, because the investment is really going to be worth it. So you can imagine this one here. It's not going to spend so much and it will be ready to go. And you definitely also benefit from whatever you invested into the goats that you have. Then we also have some crosses I should really share with you. So this one here is roughly also like 2 weeks or coming to 2 weeks. But what you have to know, this is also a cross. This is a cross boa. That's how it looks like. It's also a big one, and I know it is going to be a good breed for the farm. So for the breeders out there, you're going to benefit. So I was just so excited to show you guys and also share with you guys these amazing cuties that we brought. This one here. Sorry.
But as we continue, what are the best ways of marketing your maybe your products or your farming products, your farm products? Like we have right now, we have the internet, we have social media, we have websites where you can go and sell your materials, your products. You can also sell your farm products using the internet. So digital marketing is also something that is profitable for the farmers, because it is making sure that now you're not going to the market waiting for buyers to come and buy your products. You know, digital marketing is one of the things that also is making it very simple for farmers to do farming. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is farming right now is the simplest form of earning you can do, or rather simplest form of earning, because it is not tiresome, one. I don't think farming pigs is tiresome. Kids said it is too much work, but for me, I don't take it as too much work, because the only thing you need is to set up a whole like a house for them, and also to make sure that you feed them very nicely. So it is not a lot of work. Also, for poultry farming, you just have to feed them in the morning, make sure that they have you have collected the eggs, and also make sure that now they are in good health, and also you maybe vaccinating them whenever there's a flu outbreak. Mostly the birds are the ones that get affected by that. But let me go through the comments as we continue. I'm almost coming to the end of our show for today. I won't go much longer because Joby, I told you, Joby is on my neck, and also Kamlesh has been here for the longest time. He has been here for almost an hour now, so he's just impatient. But I see Big Cheese is saying, Katie, General Mosquito and kids' mouths are watering looking at all good pig meat. Oh my God. Kid doesn't eat pig meat, but I see Kid is saying, that is what I said, Katie, first some land. Yes, you need to find some good space to start farming, and whenever now you have a good land, you can set up now a building for your or you can now discover what type of farming, do investigation on how, or rather find some knowledge, be aware of how to go about it, because you can't just wake up and say, I'm going to start bird keeping, I'm going to start poultry farming, I'm going to start cattle rustling. You just have to find some good knowledge, some good education about going about it all. But I see Kid, you saying, Big Cheese, I don't fuck with that book. Okay, Big Cheese is saying, family watch the mzungu around your goats. They'll get them pregnant, lol. And Big Cheese. And Kid, you're saying the chickens are great, Katie, not the pigs. You think? Yes, they are great, but I think also the pig. You also look at now how profitable the business is. Pig, you don't require to feed them with a lot of things. Pigs, you just go collect anything and bring it to them. So long as you're deworming your pigs very well, they are good to go. Imagine you don't require to buy food for them all the time. I think pigs are the easiest animals to keep, because you just go to the market. There are always rotten mangoes everywhere. There are always rotten bananas everywhere. Even food leftovers in the house. These are the simplest animals to feed. I think that is what I think. But also chickens are not that expensive. But sometimes there's always this flu that comes with killing chicken, and I've seen this wave where so many chickens die, and you're like, oh, this is a loss. But pigs, I've not seen them die. What I seen pigs do, whenever they give birth, if you're not there, they will eat all their piglets. They will eat all of them. Imagine they do it. I've seen my uncle keeps pigs, and I've seen there was a day the pig gave birth, and he was not around, so he found only 3 remaining. Imagine. And also after that, the pig ate 2 of them. It was left with 1. You see, so sometimes it is. You just require to be there. But anyway, let me wind up with the show right here, because we need to get to we need to get to Bonge, by the way, my people. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed the show. I hope you have learned something new, and I hope you all venture into farming. Even if you're in America, please try and do some farming. You don't require to be buying all this stuff from the market. You don't require to be buying vegetables at the market. Well, you can do the farming even with the sacks, like spinach, skuma wiki. You can just farm them using a small sack, and you farm. You don't require to be buying all those shit at the market. Just start your simple farming, and you'll be good to go. Yes. But anyway, family, we are coming to the end of our show for today. I hope you have learned a thing or two. And also, I hope you have enjoyed the show and also the videos. But asanteni sana to everybody who has been with us. And I see Kid, you're saying, no, we will not do it in Kenya, Kitty. Okay. But I see Big Cheese, you're saying there's no part of the pig you can't sell, no matter how disgusting. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Even the tail. Actually, the tail makes good soup. I've seen so many people drinking that soup. What do we call that? That pigtail. It has a name. So it makes it makes good soup. I've seen so many people, especially the elderly, loves that soup. But anyway, we are coming to the end of our show for today. Even the hooves, you sell even the hooves, like even the head. You eat everything, not the eyes though. But anyway, we're coming to the end of our show for today. Asanteni sana for being with us on today's episode. Hope you have enjoyed. Hope you have learned something, and also hope to see you on the next episode of Tubonge. I see Kid, you're saying we will do it in Kenya, not the United States, Katie. Okay, please make sure you start it real soon, because this is one of the profitable businesses I know right now. But kwaherini, enjoy the rest part of your day.
I don't trust anybody, don't trust myself. I was out here, I would have loved myself. But that much I need drunk yourself. Try but we still out here. Once it's on our minds as well. You say, how you wanna know it? I cannot for your back as well. Just cause you gon' damage them well. Make I take it far. Just look at the fire, yeah. You know nothing about that. Mr. CEO, just smile. Cause she come. All this girl, I'm a trap